These Fortnite optimizations are killing your FPS. Every one of these videos is either a dragged out waste of time or they're straight up putting viruses on your computer. And just to give you a preview of how stupid these optimization videos can get, take a look at this.
Make sure your computer is not sitting on a carpet.
What the heck?
And because I don't want any more people wasting their time on these videos, I'm going to be putting every single one of these optimizations on my PC so you don't have to. So for context, I'm using my Acer Nitro 5 laptop with a 5800H and a 3060. And before you say this is already a lot of FPS, we managed to hit 420 FPS in a previous video, so I'm going to apply every optimization from each of these videos to see if they actually make a difference. It's Jarian, you learned absolutely nothing from the last video where I roasted you, bro. Your videos are dog fucking dookie shit. I'm expecting to drop FPS from this, so yeah, let's just go through the whole video and do all of his optimization. And as expected, we would be off to an extremely rough start.
Enabling a secret ability to see how much delay you actually get in the new season.
That's not a fucking secret ability. That's latency debug stat. Does he think I'm stupid?
So make sure to drop a like, subscribe, use code Jarian, and check.
Why the fuck is he telling me to like, subscribe, use his code, and go to his map before he gave me any value in his video? Instead of asking me to drop a like and subscribe, how about you drop the face cam because you're way too beautiful, you're making me blush. And then he spends 2 minutes talking about updating your drivers. They're already up to date. He tells us to turn on low latency mode or put it on ultra, but there's actually going to be a conflict between that and NVIDIA Reflex, so keep that off so that NVIDIA Reflex actually works.
I think that went up like a lot in the new season.
I think that went up a lot in the new season. He did like the nerd emoji thing, what the f. But yeah, I just quote unquote optimized my freaking Epic Games launcher. I watched this video for about 10 minutes and got absolutely nothing, and I wish I could get those 10 minutes back. Now for the moment of truth. Would this video give me 180 extra FPS? Time to find out. What's cooking? Good looking. Today we're back in creative. Okay, I thought I actually fixed something for a second, but we're just going lower and lower. This is horrible. If there was any difference at all, I only felt that there was more delay and I wasn't getting a consistent 240 while free building. But it didn't really kill my FPS, so let's try and ruin my laptop with a couple more optimizations. This thumbnail is crazy for saying that we can go from 60 to 540 FPS with his tweaks. Ain't no way Mr. TikTok hairstyle is gonna get me from 60 to 540 FPS. Bro said use code LISTRIPPERS in the item shop to mog everyone. What? Bro, you look like at least 90 years old, bro. Get out of here. Wait a minute. 10 days ago I covered this software. 9 days ago? He does the same thing? You're not slick.
To a Windows search bar and basically search up core isolation.
This is good advice.
Then you're gonna see virtual memory and click on the change.
So I did this virtual memory thing and then I disabled some background stuff. And I was scared of what was about to come next because now he wants us to download his software. Well, big surprise. His software does not do what he claimed that it would do. It only cleans your temporary files and nothing else. It is highly likely that this software contains malware because he was exposed in the past for sharing malware, but also it's such a simple code that there would be no reason to create it other than put malware on someone else's PC.
And then you can see now task scheduler library. You want to click onto these and they basically see all the tasks which are scheduled on your PC.
Am I stupid or am I stupid? Because what did he just say? Scan for malware. Time to learn how to spell, bro. But in my opinion, it could be a really bad opinion, but I don't think that you need to download any sort of antivirus software because there's already plenty of security measures put into Windows. And if you do install an antivirus, that's just more processes that you have to get rid of. Think of it as like medicine for your computer. If you're sick, you take like Advil or something. But if that doesn't work, that's when you use Tylenol. You don't use both at the same time. What are you doing?
Now next up, I'm going to show you how we can basically optimize a network adapter and also make sure that every single driver is up to date.
It doesn't even make sense to have it, honestly, because you could just go search for it yourself. And then he shows us his NVIDIA profile inspector settings, which are not as optimized as mine. My settings are in the Discord link in the description, but if you don't know how to import files, don't worry about that for today. I taught that in a previous video. And then he finishes up the video with NVIDIA control panel settings, which I did copy. I'm going to restart my PC and hopefully we get more FPS. To be honest, I'm expecting a slight boost. And yeah, this is pretty much as expected. Yeah, it's not the 60 FPS to 540 like he promised. So let's move on. Next video we're going to look at is how to get 500 FPS. But no offense, the way this guy talks just pisses me off, so I might have to watch this on mute.
Boost your FPS in the new Fortnite season with a bunch of optimization.
Boost your FPS in the new Fortnite season with a bunch of optimizations. I mistakenly put this optimization in one of my previous videos as well, but this thing is fully placebo. It doesn't work anymore. Then he makes us do some things in Process Lasso, and to be honest, I have no idea if it actually works, so we'll test that later in this video. I forgot to record it, but Process Lasso is pretty much useless. Then he makes us do a few registry edits, which I already did in a previous video.
Here, they're into the Microsoft HK local machine, go into software, go into the Microsoft. Now find Windows NT.
Bro said Windows NT. Why do you speak like this? Why do you end every single sentence like that and like this? Like, shut the hell. Why can't he just put this section in the description so we can copy and paste and just find it? How about you take advice from a smaller YouTuber like me? You can just copy and paste this. Select this, paste it, and you go exactly to where you need to go. Microsoft, Windows NT, like that is just too much.
You know what? This is too much.
Dude must have banned me or some shit because I can't freaking join his Discord server. What the hell? I've never looked at that, to be honest. I have no idea what it does, but if he says to disable sysmain, I'm gonna believe him because King is the GOAT.
And disabling our OneDrive.
This guy is the GOAT. I finally learned how to disable OneDrive. I think some of these tweaks are actually good, and it low-key could have been a good video, but we'll see. We'll see if it actually boosts our FPS. Well, my FPS stayed basically exactly the same, but this is not the point of the video. I want to kill my FPS. Technically, I can just watch another It's Jarian video, and I'll probably drop my FPS down to 5, optimize any CPU, but instead we're gonna watch this video from Marin TM. 50 ways to improve FPS and get 0 input delay. This video is so outrageous, I can't even fit the timestamps on my screen. And the fact that these mice have great click latency, and these mice have terrible click latency are both individual tips on how to get 0 delay, just tells me that this is the average Marin TM video with just a bunch of fluff and yapping. Marin TM? More like yapping TM. 38 freaking minutes?
Firstly, we want to make sure that our monitor is connected to the graphics card, and
Who the heck is connecting their monitor to their motherboard?
phone is the sponsor of today's video.
They ain't sponsoring this video. You ain't getting no free publicity. And we're gonna skip past a huge chunk of this video because a lot of it is stuff I've already done, and unlike Marin TM, I'm not here to waste your time.
If you're on a desktop, unlike me, then you'll probably see even better results.
I think he meant to say laptop, because if he's not on a desktop, then what is he playing on? A freaking fridge? These mice have great click latency. Did he get 2 sponsors? These mice have terrible click latency. These are 2 different ways to get 0 input delay and improve FPS. 1000 Hertz polling rate is default for any mouse made after 1942. So turn off tips and suggestions. Okay, I have that off by default. And then DOCP and XMP, you only have to worry about that if your RAM is not running at the correct speed. Sure, your computer is not on a carpet. Okay, remove dust from your radiator. Okay, old thermal paste. Okay, does the quality of thermal paste matter? Is he just trying to extend this video as long as he can? Consider getting a cooling pad for your laptop. That costs more money though, bro. You can't get a cooling pad? Simply lift your laptop up a bit. Don't use your laptop without it being plugged in. Well, no fucking shit. That's like using your PC without the freaking power cable. Connecting a monitor to your laptop. Bro, everybody knows this. Use an Ethernet cable. What? Does the quality of the Ethernet cable matter for ping? What? Make sure you use the correct RAM slots. What? Does USB ports matter for latency? What? Use DisplayPort? What? You only use DisplayPort if you need above 144 FPS, because HDMI doesn't support anything above that, and that's exactly why my laptop doesn't have DisplayPort. Water cooling? Who do you think I am? I'm not gonna water cool my laptop. That's gonna cost like $8 billion trillion. Repasting your CPU? We just talked about thermal paste, and then we want to repaste it here. Bro, the only thing that's being pasted is your video being copied and pasted. Quality of motherboard? What? What about the PSU? What? CPU overclock?
So if you want to look into overclocking, I would recommend searching up how to overclock my CPU on an MSI.
I clicked on this video to learn how to optimize my PC. And you're not going to teach me? You have a 38-minute long video and you can't even teach me how to overclock. Even though I already know how to, it's just really painful seeing these YouTubers be so lazy. It doesn't even make any sense. I was making fun of this video and it got me 400 FPS. I'm about to retire. Use code LEK in the item shop.